I just want you to know that I've changed the ringtones on my cell phone.
How? What an interesting story.
It is a fascinating story. I swear to the good Lord above that when you call now, it has a specialized ringtone. Would you care to guess what it is?
What?
R.D. Reynolds here once again with WrestleCrap Radio. As always, on the other end of the tin cannon string is the piranha to my death match, Mr. Blade Braxton.
Boom.
Boom! Woo! It's going to be an explosive show here this week. An explosive program this week here on WrestleCrap Radio, as we are going to have none other than the man behind WSX, Mr. Kevin Kleinrock.
He's a specter.
He is in fact a specter, an apparition.
Oh, this is great.
Hello, everyone. This is your Action News reporter with all the news that is news across the nation on the scene at the supermarket. There seems to have been some disturbance here. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I did. I was standing over by the tomatoes, and here he comes.
Oh, see, it was kind of a swerve. You may have been thinking that it was in time for Artie's trip to the grocery. Oh, no. Once a year. It's time for Artie's trip to Black Friday.
You know, I read a post on the forum that said that this segment has become so popular, it's like an annual event, that this is now like the Survivor Series of WrestleCrap Radio. It's like a big show. It's like a big pay-per-view. People look forward to this Black Friday segment so much.
I look forward to it every year because there's always retardosity out and about. If you ever want to see how dumb the human beings on this planet can be, on this great big blue and green globe of ours can be, you need to do nothing more than head out the day after Thanksgiving. My wife calls it Shopping Day. The rest of the world calls it Black Friday. It is, in fact, Artie's trip to Black Friday, and every year without fail, I go out and I see rampant stupidity. Mrs. Deal and I go out together, and we get out, this year we left at like 4 in the morning.
Oh.
Left WrestleCrap HQ at 4 in the morning to head out. And so we're on our way, and we're going to Toys R Us first. Now, I don't know how much you follow Black Friday, but if you want to get there for the big deals, right? But we get there, right? So we're walking up to the line. There's about 300 people in front of us.
At Toys R Us?
Yes. The very first people in line had to have been there. I'm going to be kind. I'm going to be kind and say they got there at 10 o'clock the night before. It was a man, and I would assume his wife, and a 7-year-old boy.
Well,
you're saying, it's not that bad, RD. It's not that bad. What if I told you they had the kids sleeping in a grocery cart? He was asleep in a grocery cart.
Did he have a pillow?
No pillow.
Oh, man.
Apparently the metal bar of the grocery cart was supposed to be his pillow. So we get in line, and I am just flabbergasted that someone would be that horrible of a parent. Candidate number 2. So we're in line, and everybody's cold, because and that's the other thing I should point out. I live in Indianapolis. It was like 20 degrees out. If that. Everybody's really cold, and of course you're out there, you're cold, you're hungry. You're like, oh man, boy oh boy. And so people came up, these little girls, maybe 7-year-olds, and they're asking people in line, would you like some donuts and coffee?
Oh, that's nice of them.
Exactly what I thought. Boy, that's really nice. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having some donuts and coffee. That'll be $4.
Oh.
And I was like, what? They're like, yeah, we're selling this stuff. I was like, where are your parents? She's like, they're in the car. So we get into Toys R Us, and I'm dragging around all this stuff. Very heavy items. So I'm in line at Toys R Us waiting to check out, and the line's just booking along. They were getting people through that line. I mean, there were... Well, I'm checking out at the video game section. The R Zone, they call it at Toys R Us. Are you familiar with this?
The R Zone?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not familiar with that.
Okay. Well, they keep all the games, all the expensive games, they keep them behind the counter.
Oh, is that the R Zone?
That's the R Zone.
Behind behind the
plexiglass,
glass,
right? The glass.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're just booking through, and I was so happy. I'm like, I'm gonna get out of here so fast. This is gonna be awesome. Everybody's just checking out. Boom, 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 boom. Last woman in front of me. I was like, holy cow! I'm gonna be out of here so fast. The woman in front of me is buying a PlayStation 2. First of all, if you're going to buy a PlayStation 2, wouldn't you have bought it like 4 years ago?
Maybe 6 years ago, right?
Right. If you wanted to be behind the times, you'd have bought this at least 2 years ago. And she says to the poor employee behind the counter, and I also need a driving game. What kind of driving games do you have?
Ah.
And she had the poor girl go and get her driving games one at a time. She looked at the back and perused and contemplated the pros and cons of buying, should I buy Burnout? How about Gran Turismo? Which one of these do you think would be more enjoyable?
Oh, no.
And she was taking forever. Forever! To the point that another annoying woman came up to me and taps me on the shoulder. And says, and I quote, "Are you standing in this here line?" That was the other thing. I don't know how this happened. Believe it or not, and some people won't believe this, living in Indianapolis, we're not all just a bunch of hicks. Okay? We're not a bunch of hillbillies. But every single person in this Toys R Us, I swear, sounded like they were out of Mayberry.
You reckon?
It is exactly what it sounded like. Because people around me were going, they were complaining, of course, because there were no Wiis to be had.
What?
If I heard this once, I heard it at least 50 times while I was standing in line. They ain't got no Wiis.
Where in tarnation are those Wiis?
So anyway, this other woman comes up, taps me on the shoulder. Kind of hard, too.
Oh, she was firm.
She was very stiff, as they say in the business. trying to lean this towards the wrestling business. So this one annoying woman's looking at every driving game for the PS2, which is going to take at least 6 weeks to get through, right? And this other woman comes up. Are you standing in this here line? Yeah, I am. This line hasn't moved in 10 minutes. Do you know that? And I just looked at her and I was like, yes, I'm quite aware that the line has not, in fact, budged. Thank you for pointing this out, but I am already, in fact, aware of this. And so then the annoying woman goes, I'm going to go say something to the manager. I was like, let me know how that goes for you on the busiest shopping day of the year when they have 2,000 people in this store. Let me know how that works out for you. Whoo! So that was Black Friday this year. We're going to get Kevin Kleinrock on the phone right now. And Mr. Braxton, believe it or not, yes, we have the man behind Wrestling Society X on the line with us right now, Mr. Kevin Kleinrock. Kevin, how are you tonight?
Good, how are you?
You know, we're doing great.
It's an honor to be able to discuss Wrestling Society X with you guys.
Thank you so much for being on with us.
Oh, that was great, man.
That was awesome.
SmackDown's new couple. I wonder if Vicky got spared on the first date. She scares me, dude. She's big.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're the one that said you wanted to milk her.
I never said I wanted to milk that woman.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
I'm sure someone can go back and find the exact quote where you said.
Yeah, I'm sure someone...
To squeeze her udders.